Hello. So I am entering for the education track, and I'm trying to address a problem that I encountered in my psychology class over the last year. So we have to handwrite everything because of the IB standards. So it was always difficult to count up everything by hand to do an exact word count because it takes a lot of time. So I tried to make an OpenCV kind of computer vision algorithm to calculate word count from a piece of handwritten text. So I also made a tiny little tkinter interface for it just to make it slightly easier to use and upload files. However, at this moment, it's still printing to the console. There's plenty of room for improvement. But here you see you upload the image. I have a couple of samples here. I have the full written piece, which is a lot. I have just 3 words that start the paragraph off. I have a smaller section, and I have a couple of lines. So I'll start with 3 words. And you can see it draws bounding boxes around each word, and it says the word count is 3, which is correct. I'm applying a standard deviation kind of filter, so if any bounding box is way too big or too small, then it won't count it. So this seems to be pretty okay. Let's try another sample. So let's do, smaller section. It doesn't quite fit the screen right, but as you can see, it's drawing pretty okay bounding boxes. Sometimes, like in the word individuals here, it's separated out. So I'm still working on a way, perhaps like a radius from the center, to join those together. And of course it counts the period. But it's overall not too bad. Let's try another sample. There's sort of a similar thing. I notice it's having trouble dealing with like mixed boundaries between lines. So I'm thinking there might be a way to kind of do a linear regression-ish thing to create a line across each like line of text to separate it from the others, or create some sort of filter about the height of a bounding box and kind of divide it in half so that we can eliminate that. And also here you can see the same sort of breaking apart error that's happening. But other than that, it does a decent job of separating out word by word and creating a decently accurate word count. This says 28 for the word count. So what I'm doing is I'm making the image a lot smaller, essentially pixelating it so that each word appears as a blob of black pixels. I create a threshold of that to make it just only black and white, and then I create the bounding box by looking at the black areas on a white screen. So yeah, that's it. Plenty of room for improvement, but it's decent.